Yes, ma'am.
With individuals kada, so that is nothing but collection of individuals means the people will come together to form a group. That is nothing but the collection of individuals. And the second, interaction among members. Interaction among members. Interaction among members. Okay, after forming a group, what happened? The people will going to be communicate with each other. That is nothing but the interaction among members. Next, mutual awareness. Mutual awareness. Okay, mutual awareness means nothing but that the people in the group, the means in the group, the people have to know one to each other. Okay. Next, we feeling. We feeling. Always for any group or any nation, the we feeling is very important. If not, the we feeling is not there means we cannot come together. Because see, for the nation, Indian nation, what was happened? The we feeling was there only. Then only we can able to say that we are Indians. We are proudly able to say that we are Indians because of the we feeling. Okay. Next. Group unity and solidarity. Group unity and solidarity. Group unity and solidarity. Always there will be a unity between the people in the group. Okay. Next, common interests. Common interests. Common interests means the people who are in the group, they will have the same interests. Some of the interests will be similar between the group of the people. Okay, not all, some of the interests. Okay. Next, similar behavior. Similar behavior. See, take for example the group of people of one religion. See, they will have the same behaviors. See, the Hindus have some of the behavior, the Muslims have some type of behavior, and the Christians have sometimes see like that. Each and every religion will consist some types of behaviors. Okay. Not only in the part of religion, but also take in the part of the occupations. Either you are a doctors, you are advocates, or engineers, or a teachers, or a professors, whatever it may be. That group of people have some different types of similar behaviors. Okay. Next, group norms. Group norms. So each and every group have some norms and values. Okay, they cannot cross off from that norms. Okay. Next, size of the group. Size of the group. Size of the group. See, Influence on personality. Okay, the group members will be going to be influenced on the individual's personality, and it will change when they going to join or when they insisted in the groups. Okay, that is about the characteristics of groups. Now coming to classification of groups. Classification of groups. There are so many types of classifications, or some of them are mentioned here. Okay, in this the important classification is a primary group and secondary group. Okay, we'll let you know. First of all, keep us ideating classification of groups. In-groups and out-groups. First classification is in-groups and out-groups. Write down under that in-groups and out-groups. That was differentiated by W.G. Sumner. On the screen for the spelling. W.G. Sumner. Write down W.G. Sumner in his four quest differentiates between in-groups and out-groups. Between in-groups and out-groups. Okay, he given that the group has divided into two parts. One is in-group and other is out-group. So what do you mean by in-group? In-group means nothing but we group. In-group means nothing but we group. And out-group means nothing but they group. Out-group means nothing but they group. Okay? This is the first classification. And the coming to second classification is involuntary and voluntary groups. Involuntary and voluntary groups. Involuntary and voluntary groups. Institutional and non-institutional groups. Institutional and non-institutional groups, and also called temporary and permanent groups. Temporary and permanent groups. Another write-on. See, these three categories was described by the Charles A. Elwood. Charles A. Elwood. Write down under that. Charles A. Elwood in his mention these three categories. That is involuntary groups, include the groups such as family, city, state, such as family, city, state, community, caste, race, and so on. Okay, here involuntary groups nothing but the we groups. Okay, same what the table fellow Sumner said, that only here also. Involuntary groups nothing but we groups. In the we groups will get all these things. Okay, and the voluntary groups. Include political parties, trade unions, youth association, religious associations, cultural associations, and so on. Okay, this is about the involuntary and voluntary groups. Next, coming to the third part, horizontal and vertical groups. The third division is horizontal and vertical groups. This formation was made by the P.S. Orkin. This formation was made by P.S. Orkin. Write down, P.S. Orkin has divided groups into two major types. The horizontal and vertical. The former means the horizontal or large inclusive groups such as nations, religious organizations and political parties, such as nations, religious organizations and political parties. The latter means the vertical or smaller divisions such as economic classes, which gives the individual Sorokin divided the groups into as a horizontal and as well as the vertical. And the fourth category or the fourth segregation of the group is territorial and non-territorial groups. Territorial and non-territorial groups. Write down under that. So this group was distinguished by Park and Burgess. Park and Burgess. Park and Burgess have distinguished between territorial groups and non-territorial groups. Between territorial groups and non-territorial groups. For example, for the territorial groups were communities and states. Territorial groups were come under the communities and states, and the non-territorial groups are like class, caste, etc. Okay, the non-territorial groups will become under class, caste, etc. The fifth segregation was crowds, groups, and collectivities. Crowds, groups, and collectivities. Write down under that. This group was segregated by Leopold von Weiss and Howard Becker. Leopold von Weiss and Howard Becker classified groups into three categories. One is crowds. Which are explained as loose texture and transitory. Which are explained as loose texture and transitory. The second is groups aggregation. Groups aggregation of long duration. Groups aggregation of long duration. Then third is abstract collectivities. Abstract collectivities such as state or a church. Such as state or a church. Okay, the crowds who are not permanent. Okay, that's why your explained is loose texture and transitory. They were not at all permanent. And the group segregation, that will be a long duration. It means it will be going to be exist in a long duration. And the abstract collectivities, it will be existed through idea. It will be existed through idea. So in these three categories divided by Leopold von Weiss and Howard Becker. And the next, primary and secondary groups. Primary and secondary groups. Write down under that. This group classification was made by C.H. Cooley. view. Okay, primary groups and secondary groups. We'll discuss this one in detail in the latter session. Okay, write down first of all few lines.
Ma'am, can you scroll down once?
Where I have to scroll down?
It's the point, ma'am.
Okay, fine, note it down.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
We're coming to primary and secondary groups. Write down under that few lines. On the basis of nature, and quality of social interactions, on the basis of nature and quality of social interaction groups, have been classified into primary and secondary. C.H. Cooley is very much associated with this classification, though in actuality he has not made any such classification. Okay, regarding this, especially primary and secondary groups, we have some other discussion. We'll discuss in the next session. But today I will stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue from the seventh group of section. Okay, I will stop here. Tomorrow we're going to meet at the 2 o'clock. See you tomorrow. Now you can take a break.